Elon Musk recently made this statement. The most likely outcome is that AI and robots make everyone wealthy. In fact, far wealthier than the richest person on Earth. By this, I mean that people will have access to everything from medical care that is superhuman to games that are far more fun than what exists today. We do need to make sure that AI cares deeply about truth and beauty for this to be the probable future. Now, that's a bold claim. And if there's any truth to this, it fundamentally changes what we mean by wealth. What does wealth even mean? When most of us think about wealth, we think about income, assets, net worth, how much stuff we can buy. But notice something interesting about Musk's definition. He's not saying everyone's going to have billions in their bank account. He's talking about access. Access to medical care that's better than what billionaires have today. Access to entertainment that doesn't exist yet. Access to AI-powered systems. That's actually a completely different way to think about wealth. It's wealth as access, not wealth as cash in the bank. This pattern has happened before. Technology always has a way of turning luxury items into basic utilities. Think about it. Indoor plumbing used to be for the elite only. Electricity was a rich person's thing. Computers used to be for government level only. Quality medical care was reserved for the wealthy. Today, those things are just part of life. And if AI can diagnose better than specialists and robots can perform precise surgeries, that luxury medical care could become as common as electricity. This is how progress works. It reduces scarcity. When there's less scarcity, prices drop. When prices drop, your purchasing power goes up, even if your paycheck stays the same. That's the financial mechanism Musk is talking about. If everything is way more productive and that productivity makes intelligence cheaper, then regular people could access services that today only billionaires can afford. In real terms, that actually is wealth expansion. But here's where it gets interesting. If intelligence becomes super abundant, what's still scarce? Because markets always put a huge price on what is scarce. If AI makes analysis cheap, then good judgment becomes valuable. If automation is everywhere, then owning the automation becomes leverage. If information is infinite, then trust becomes the rare commodity. This is where financial strategy starts to shift. Because here's the reality. Productivity gains don't just magically distribute evenly to everyone. They flow to capital first, to the people who own the infrastructure, to shareholders, to whoever's positioned inside the system. So while technological abundance can raise everyone's living standard, who gets what is still determined by who owns what? There's a hidden risk here. Notice that last line in Musk's statement. We do need to make sure that AI cares deeply about truth and beauty. That's not just a nice thing to say. This actually matters financially. Think about what markets run on. Trust. Trust that the numbers are real, that the rules apply to everyone, that the people in charge aren't lying to you. If AI starts bending the truth, or gets used to game the system, all that productivity and abundance won't automatically make life better. It could just as easily make things more unstable. More output means nothing if no one trusts the system producing it. What this means for your money. Here's the question worth sitting with. Not how do you accumulate more, but what's becoming scarce. Because in a world where intelligence is cheap, the scarce things, judgment, trust, genuine creativity, ownership of productive systems, that's where value is going to concentrate. So practically that means paying attention to three things. Owning things that benefit from increased productivity, companies, assets, systems that compound as automation expands. Staying adaptable, because expertise tied to yesterday's problems becomes a disadvantage fast. And keeping financial margin, liquidity, and low expenses are a quiet defensive advantage when everything around you is shifting rapidly. But honestly, more than any specific move, what matters most right now is just thinking differently about what wealth even means going forward. And that's not a small shift. That's the whole game. The real shift. The most fascinating part of Musk's claim isn't that everyone becomes rich in the traditional sense. It's that rich might shift from has lots of money to has access to capabilities, from accumulating stuff to participating in systems. And if that shift happens, the people who understand it early are going to be in a very different position than those still playing the old game. The bottom line: money is really just a tool to get things you need or want in the future. If AI makes those things way more abundant and cheap, then what money means starts to change too. When the nature of value changes, financial strategy has to change with it. And during periods of rapid change like this, how you think matters more than what you're reacting to. So, what do you think? Is Musk onto something? Or is this just another overly optimistic prediction? Drop it in the comments section. If this video helped you, consider subscribing. You can also like, comment, or share. See you in the next video.